Blue Monster PTFE thread seal tape for a monstrous seal. We have all the bases covered. Widths 1/4 through 2 inch, lengths 260 up to 1429 inches. If you're seeing blue, it has to be Blue Monster. Blue Monster thread tapes are brought to you by the Millrose Company, the recognized leader in brushes, abrasives, and thread sealants. This video covers approved material and system types for Blue Monster thread tapes. We've added a how-to video on thread tape, how to apply thread tape the right way. 2 to 3 wraps is all it takes for an effective seal. Use Blue Monster on all types of metal and plastic threads. Use in systems carrying air, steam, water, heating oils, liquid petroleum, and natural gas. And there's more. Third-party certifications for Blue Monster thread tape are UL and ULC, approved for natural gas, methane, propane, butane, and petroleum distillates. For the perfect fit, we recommend the following tape widths. For 3/4 up to 2 inch pipe size, use 1 inch width. For 1/2 inch pipe size, use 3/4 width. For 3/8 pipe size, use 1/2 inch width. And for 1/8 and 1/4, use our 1/4 inch Blue Monster thread tape. Complete thread coverage can be accomplished with smaller tape widths. Simply cover all threads with a minimum of 2 to 3 wraps. The perfect fit references complete thread coverage by using the ideal width tape for a given thread diameter. Now it's time for the demo. For starters, we want to make sure that the threads are perfectly clean, ready for the tape to be applied. These threads have been cleaned, they're prepped, they're ready for the tape to be applied. There are 2 ways to apply tape. I've taken the liberties to remove this tape from the spool in advance of this filming, but we can do it one of 2 ways. We can take the tape off and do a formula based upon 3 revolutions of coverage of the thread. I've done that in advance. There is an easier way. If you use the spool, with Blue Monster's 1429 inch roll, the spool is quite large. It's easy to hold, easy to navigate. And by inserting your index finger into the spool, it allows for an easy roll off of the tape onto the threading. So I'm going to clear out my workspace here and I'm going to go ahead and apply the tape. Great thing about working with the spool is rolling off. So again, we're going to go ahead and show you here. The key right out of the gate is getting the tape straight with the threading. And I always hold the tape back to the first thread point because I don't want to risk having the tape getting into the piping system and creating a problem. But when you're applying tape, it's in a clockwise motion. I'm going to use my thumb to hold the tape in position so I can draw and create tension as I pull the tape directly into the thread. Once I create the overlap point with the tape, I've now got a spot where I can pull and create tension without using my thumb. At this point, we've completed 1 total revolution. 2 additional revolutions is the max we recommend for a thread seal. 2 to 3, but 3 is what I tend to roll with here. And we've now reached the 3rd revolution. You can see where I'm at. I've passed that start point 3 times. The nice piece with the spool is this. I can use this as a tension point where I can actually pull and stretch, and I have a nice easy way of gripping and pulling this by having the spool to work with. So as I pull and stretch the spool, the tape is going to stretch and ultimately break free. You'll see the rough edge here. I'm going to go ahead and feather that directly into the threading here. I'm going to do a quick visual to make sure there's no tape that could possibly get pushed into the piping system. If any of it is over near the edge, I'll just easily roll it back with my finger. So just a quick up close here to see how the tape is backfilled, or it's been pushed down into that thread valley. The goal with the tape is to create a filler or a fill between the thread point and the valley where we're going to make up the difference with this tape. And Blue Monster, being 3.5 mil thick, does a really awesome job doing that. One other nice excellent point to make here is the elongation. Blue Monster tape is 100% elongation. So when that male thread point is pushing over this fitting or this nipple, this tape is actually going to stretch and going to push and conform down into the thread valley. It's a great feature. It's something you really want to know when you're picking a tape. Thank you for watching the demonstration. Blue Monster just looks better. Be sure to send us your Blue Monster masterpiece. Email us at info@cleanfit.com. Congratulations, you've survived 3 minutes with the Monster. Thank you.